Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Two Idiots Reading Comics. This week's episode 72, Fables, Volume 2. We're glad everybody's back. This is our continuous for the month of October, and hopefully for the continuation for a few months. As always, go check out our Instagram, Twitter, YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, whatever the best thing is on that social media platform you're on. And as always, let's get into it.
And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. This is Two Idiots Reading Comics. My name is Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. And this is episode 72. And we're reading Fables Volume 2.
That's right.
Throwing it back to, like the
month
3 or 4?
Manifest, East to West. I think it was month
It
3.
was Fables.
Yeah.
This is one we were, always batting around for doing a continuous. One of us would always be Fables, and the other one would be like, "Yeah, but we could do this."
Yeah,
and
the could do is usually one.
We almost did it again this month. I think you said East of West. I was like,
"Yep."
We did just do Manifest Destiny, which is a little westerny.
Yeah.
So why don't we go New York fairy tales and lay off the westerns for a little bit? Yeah. But if you like East to West, don't worry. I'm
sure we'll get
probably going to be like next on the list for continuous. Probably going to do this for a couple more months. But Volume 2.
That's right.
You want to go ahead and do the credits?
All right. Fables, Volume 2, Animal Farm. Writer, Bill Willingham. Penciler, Mark Buchanan.
Mm-hmm.
Inker, Steve Lealoha.
Sure.
Lialoha. Colorist, Daniel Voza. Letterer, Todd Klein. And original series covers, James Jean. Okay. And then Fables created by Bill Willingham.
Yep. So,
shit hits the fan.
People at the farm, not happy.
No.
Apparently, damn near prison. Because prison.
It is. I imagine, again, for those of y'all that don't remember or didn't read and just listen to us, cool.
Which is crazier.
Glad you like listening to us.
I think the optimal way to enjoy this podcast is to find out what we're reading and then not listen to the podcast.
Yeah. But either way, the farm is set up for the creatures of the Fable universe that can't associate into human life.
Who don't look enough like humans, or
who are pigs, cows, goats, horses, dragons,
or can't
apparently
afford to.
I forgot about this. I was about to ask, why is Lady in the Shoe and her kids at the farm, but they're poor and they then look like rednecks.
Or they can't afford the spells like Big Behead or
that's right.
has,
where
which apparently
he's banned.
He's banned
the
Big Bad Wolf
by original decree. So bad that even when shit hits the fan,
they're not allowed to go.
He's not even allowed to go.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
I figured that would be...
He tried to eat someone's grandma. He did that shit with the pigs. Not very nice.
He's done a lot of bad stuff.
Yeah.
But either way, so the farm's apparently was decreed to be ruled by a guy named Wayland Smith.
Yeah.
Who seems to be a blacksmith, which will play key.
Yeah.
And he gets overthrown.
Yeah, and apparently had some magical spells put on him.
Yeah, had a magical chain that did not allow him to stop his work.
Or didn't allow him to make
escape.
efforts to escape.
Yeah, or stop working on the weapons that they needed. Mm. But it's weird. I get why they wanted to try to leave the farm and go back to their home, their original home.
That's what I think makes this volume really good, is that you can understand why all the fables from the farm are doing what they're doing.
Oh, yeah. It makes perfect sense.
Outside of Goldilocks, everyone else
she had her own fucking
She had her own agenda. But everyone else you could sympathize Sympathize. Yeah. Fuck me. It's midnight.
Midnight Plus.
Yeah. I think it's a very thin line because this easily could have gone not that interesting, but at the same time, that moral dilemma the reader has where they're like, I mean, it's kind of fucked up what they're doing, but at the same time, I mean, they're not allowed to go anywhere. And
if they want to not be found out by Mondays?
Yeah, Mondays as in like
mundane.
But I mean, like, what if you could only stay in your hometown? You weren't allowed to take vacations.
Correct.
Not very fun. You would definitely modify some guns to your fitting that
Which
you could use.
Really cool. Mounting a turtle, like a helmet on the back of a turtle so that a rabbit can Gatling gun a pistol. That was cool.
How about, I didn't know that the Jungle Book was in the public domain.
I didn't either. Because you had
Shere Khan and
the
Bagheera.
Panther and the king, the
King
monkey.
Louis.
Yeah, King Louis.
Yeah. Didn't know they were in public domain.
Didn't either.
And where's is it
Mowgli?
Mowgli? Yeah, where the hell is he?
See, Mowgli wasn't there, which he's a human, so he probably
Did he get killed
by Shere Khan?
Adversary?
Shere Khan? Ooh,
that's another thing.
People did die because people did die before they came over, and people were left behind.
Because where was the wolf? That was friends.
Correct. No, he didn't have a.
And where's the bear?
The wolves that raised him.
Yeah, and where's the bear that he's friends with?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know. I mean, we're still in volume 2, and we still have no idea about the original Fable Kingdom.
Yeah, they
how they were going to get back, they still never said it.
But they definitely lay into, hey, the Adversary was a thing, and it's probably going to be a thing in the future. The farm people were trying to go back so they could live their normal lives. And then even at the end, Snow White was like, keep making those modified weapons, because someday, sometime, either he'll come to us or we'll go back to him.
Because their whole idea is that some reason this world is strong enough to repel him magically that he can't
or he just has no interest in it.
That he can't get right. And then also the fact that, well, he's already conquered all of our different kingdoms and worlds. He's eventually going to get to Earth. And so Snow White's like, well, fuck it. We got to do something about it.
You know what would be fucking hilarious? I doubt they go there. What if the Adversary was Walt Disney?
Oh.
And the Disney Corporation? Because he made his fortune on old European fables.
That is true.
That he then
fought
his ass off to get the copyrights to.
Isn't that where the whole 75-year, the whole domain thing comes from, is because of him?
Yes, it's 75 years. For those of you that didn't take business law like me, IP generally, the way it was written in U.S. law was 75 years after the death of the creator, the IP goes into the public domain. But Disney has spent a lot of money and a lot of government, persuasion, political power, and a lot of lawyers to get that pushback and push back further and further to basically protect the rights of Mickey Mouse and all their other IP that makes them a lot of money.
That's true.
That you can't go write a Mickey Mouse book and make money off of it.
Well, Walt Disney also hasn't been dead but for 50 years.
No, is it 50?
Disney did.
Because I thought it was coming up close.
Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom this year is the 50th anniversary.
But
Walt Disney died 55 years. Walt Disney died 5 years previous Walt Disney World's completion. So 71, he died in 66. They hadn't even broke ground. We watched the Disney thing last week. They had just bought the land to build Disney World in Florida when he died. They hadn't even broke ground on building Disney World yet.
Okay.
So
I thought it had.
I
thought it was a lot closer, because they've already got it pushed up to 98 years.
Well, see, now they're at 55.
I thought they got close a couple times already.
Right now they're at 55 years, and so Well, I mean, that's only 25 more years, and then 20 years, and it could have just gone public domain, and that is not long in movie making time.
Not at all.
I mean, shit, they've got movies slated out to 2024 right now.
Yeah.
So, either way.
But that would be awesome if The Adversary was Walt Disney.
That would be cool.
I would
because
pop so hard for that.
They made a big deal in this one that Snow White gets shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
And Rose Red, her sister, makes a big point saying, "You died.
Yeah.
Your brain was on me. Your skull was shattered. Like it wasn't like an oopsie. It missed. Luckily, she said the world kind of believes in you so much that they write movies.
Or no, it's like not believe.
It's Earth.
Your story is still being told, and somewhere along the way they completely forgot about Rose Red.
Yeah.
And the big revelation in this book is that if your story is still being told, a la Disney, people still watch Cinderella, and people still tell the story of Cinderella and all that, then you're kind of immortal.
She's Snow White.
Snow White, you're right. Snow White.
Not Cinderella.
I don't know my princesses that well. But yeah, Snow White, same thing. It was a Disney princess with huge air quotations. But yeah, so basically, if your story still gets told all the time, you're basically immortal as a fable.
Truly immortal. Yeah. Not just immortal in the sense of, as long as no one kills me, I can live forever. It's, I can apparently die and come back to life.
Yeah.
And Rose Red, and that's her biggest complaint.
And that's why she doesn't like her sister, because somewhere along the way,
when she left to go, when she married Prince Charming, that's when the whole Disney princess, or the princess idea became the thing, and it was hard to write in a sister, so sister just keeps getting pushed back and back.
And people eventually forgot about her.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can go back to listen to our first episode. I was like, who the hell is Rose Red?
No idea.
So, that being said, who are the Fables that need to watch their backs? Because...
Well, apparently the three pigs.
Well, yeah. That, but that French dude who showed up for a little bit in this one was a big player in...
Bluebeard.
Bluebeard?
Yep.
That motherfucker watched his back. I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Now, Prince Charming can die all he wants.
Prince Charming can go jump off a fucking building.
Yeah, Prince Charming could just shoot himself in the head and then stand back up.
Yeah. Who else needs to watch their back?
Bixby is probably safe.
Yeah, he's definitely safe.
Like, adding this wrinkle in, you really kind of set up for, okay, what can happen is like Mowgli, if he did die in Fable.
He's definitely got to be around then.
He might have come back to life there, and he'd now be working for
the adversary.
Or
tracked by the adversary.
The adversary was somebody that we know, that we still hold as one of our tier characters, who has broken through to the idea of, you know what?
Yeah.
They are controlling me, so let me control them. I mean, you know what I'm talking about? It's like, it's almost like breaking through the fourth wall.
I think go back, listen to our first episode of it, I think I predicted it was Satan.
And I went with...
You went with Santa Claus.
I went with Krampus.
Yeah.
Just because the way it looked, he kind of had that Krampus look to him.
I think this points in more favor of Satan because he's talked about all the time. So.
Yeah. But it would be... we're volume 2 and we still...
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Still have no idea.
I went into reading volume 2 and was like, all right, Fables, it was pretty good. Let's see what they got for volume 2. When I was like, pretty fucking good.
Okay, they stepped the game up.
The more we talk about it here, I'm like, it's actually really fucking good. Can't wait to read volume 3 now.
Because now Rose Red is the leader of the farm.
Yep.
Executed the pigs. Well, 2 of the pigs killed their brother, put his head on a spike by association with
Now, you were talking to me before the show. Apparently, what's the title of this volume?
Animal Farm.
Apparently, that's a children's book. I had never heard of.
It's a young adult book,
but you said
not
it's
with
about...
any of the sex stuff. But it's a farm.
But you said it's about
where
pigs taking over.
animals talk to each other,
Yeah.
and during it, the pigs. We just lost. Did we just lose power?
The podcast did.
Excuse us, everybody, because we have some technical difficulties.
No, because for those of you watching on YouTube,
we just went dark.
We just now this door's gonna bug the fuck out of me. We just blew a light bulb in our recording room at Davis's house, and so you're just gonna get screenshots of Fables and our ugly mugs, maybe.
We're backlit rest of the shoot, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how this transitions to.
Probably not well.
Not well at all, probably.
But yep. So if you, who am I kidding? No one watches our fucking YouTube videos, anyways. Please go like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But go listen to the audio version. Fuck, I don't remember where we were.
All right, so Animal Farm.
Oh yeah, Animal Farm
has in the story the farmers are abusing some of the animals. Well, the pigs revolt and kind of get the farm animals to turn on the farmers. Well, once that happens, the pigs are the smartest animals, and they tout kind of like white supremacy, communism.
Goddamn, what kind of books you reading?
It's weird. It's kind of. It shows like what happens when people when one group kind of takes over and what can happen to everybody else.
Yeah. Okay.
It just kind of shows like.
Did you have to read this for school?
Yeah, we read this in school. I might be missing some of the
Does it read as a playbook or a warning?
A warning. It reads as a warning.
Thank
I mean,
God.
the whole time you're reading is a warning.
I know you go to a country bumpkin school.
The horses are the workforce and everything. Well, the pigs realize, they need
Pigs
money.
get fat, yeah.
Well, no, the pigs need money to keep the farm running. Well, they start sending the horses off to the glue factory to make money. They sell the horses to the glue factory for money, and then that way they can feed themselves, give a little back to the to the farm, and this is kind of the pigs took over here, and it was a play on, and the name was Animal Farm. It's a play on. We're going to take control. We're going to tell you what to do. Y'all just shut up and listen, which is what Goldilocks does to...
Sounds like propaganda.
It kind of.
Yeah.
And it's what Goldilocks does to the bears. She's like, shut up. Just do what I tell you to do.
Did you catch what I caught?
Yeah, she was fucking baby
Baby bear?
Yeah, she's fucking baby bear.
Goddamn.
They literally... It was like a goblin's like, yeah, she keeps sleeping in baby bear's room. And she makes a joke, it's like, I'm doing it because I believe in y'all's idea. And Baby Bear goes, nah, it doesn't have anything to do with my big, long, and blanks out.
Yeah,
I'm like,
because I'm hung like a blanket.
Yeah, I'm like, what the?
I was like, okay, Fables reminding us why it's a Vertigo title.
Yeah.
In one little text box.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a little bestiality happening going on.
Yeah.
Hell, the fox was trying to get with Snow White. Well, hitting on Snow White.
Hitting on Snow White. She's like, he said...
The fox, I have no idea where the fox comes from.
I don't... Well...
I'm sure he's in
There's a bunch of foxes and different things. One that comes to my mind, which I think... I think it's a Disney original. It might not be, but The Fox and the Hound? Maybe? But foxes
that fox was nice. Like
foxes have played mischievous characters all the time, though. So
they may have just been using it. Now, what got me? Snow White has been in charge of the group for a long time, it seems.
Yes.
She is the dunciest
son
of a bitch. They made her dumb.
They did kind of make her oblivious in this.
She's where's my car keys? And her sister's literally telling her...
They took her car keys.
Like, without telling her they took her car keys, she's like, you need to leave this alone. You need to go home.
Yeah.
And then she's just like, sister, tell me what's wrong. Please stop. And I'm like, she just told you they took your car keys.
I also think that's trying to, show the difference between, City Slick and, Blue Collar.
Yeah.
I hope that or otherwise they just dumbed her down for this issue, which...
Man. She was not that way in the first volume.
No, she was actually kind of smart.
Then, so you literally, your office is in this almost treasury with weapons of all kinds, and you don't know what a pistol is?
I can find it.
There was just some very odd.
And did they show that knight that could predict the future in the first one?
I don't remember. I didn't go back and look, but apparently yes, because it was in her big royal office, and he always is hanging. I thought he went up there and
because he got drunk or whatever.
and drunk and hung himself, and of course he couldn't die, so he just. But no, apparently he gets drunk and then tells prophecies.
Yeah,
and I still don't think the whole prophecy has come true yet. I think it's still.
Well, they said something about. Or it sounded very specific about this event. What do you?
Well, what I'm thinking is their conflict hasn't ended between Rose Red and Snow White.
Yeah.
That they've just kind of come to an agreement right now. And also the fact
that my sister moved out, we started getting along a lot better.
Did you also catch the fact that from the time Snow White got shot to the end of end of this volume was about a year and a half?
Yeah.
Or a year and a half time frame. So I'm wondering if we're about to see some very large jumps in time.
I don't know.
But again, they're the characters and they're not going to change.
How long does it take to recover from getting shot in the head? I don't know.
Apparently a year and a half for Snow White. She's still in a wheelchair at the end of it.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and again, they're fables, so if there's large year jumps,
never really matter.
Are they really going to change any? Other than their ammunition and weaponry will have increased at that time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I read Volume 2, I was like, yeah, I'll check out Volume 3, and then I came here and talked to you and brought up, like, all the... Honestly, the Adversary is what's got me,
the questions now, like, I'm still sitting on questions.
Yeah. That's got me wanting to go to Volume 3, which... I mean, hey, we're going to do that. I can't see where we're at on time. Fuck me. Fucking do that. Oh, yeah. We're going to be right. Close in time. But yeah, definitely can't wait to check out Volume 3. Definitely be doing that next month. But yeah. Do you have any final points that you want to bring up?
Again, like you said, this went from... Okay, sure, we'll read Volume 2. We'll see what happens.
I don't know if
it started it, and it's like, okay, where is this going to go? How are they going to tie this back into everything?
It's because, like, we're American comic book readers, and we're used to having at least, like, one mega badass and everything.
Yeah.
And this doesn't necessarily have a mega badass, and so you're just like, all right, cool, man. And then you read it, and you're like, this is good.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't need a big badass right now.
It's... almost like he was like, oh yeah, you have your connected universe? Well, I have mine of all
the world
public domain characters.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely can't wait to check out Volume 3 next month. Next week, checking out Pulp by Ed Brubaker.
Yes.
Quick little read, doesn't take long at all. Definitely check it out. And if you can, buy a paper copy, because Marvel... still hadn't paid him all that he probably should have gotten for Winter Soldier and all that.
Yeah,
so.
they're still always getting screwed.
And DC tries to make every version of Gotham Central without actually calling it Gotham Central. So, help him out. But that'll be next week, and we'll see you all next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.